What's up, guys? Welcome back to the JR Wisdom channel. Shout out to everyone. Thank you all you guys for tuning in. Today this morning actually, I'm going to be discussing the gift of humility. Now, I find this is something that is so powerful, and many of those who have gotten to that point, or who have noticed that after they may have been up on a pedestal, or may have been at a certain high in their life, or maybe have been at a low and then went back to a high, then back to a low, you realize the value and what a gift it is to be humble. Being humble is one of those things that, I guess, if you were born with a silver spoon, not to say that it's impossible, or if you've been given everything, it's said that it's more difficult to be able to be humbled. Or when you are humbled, it's like it takes everything out of you when you basically lose it all. As for those of you who have been following my videos, you know, like I said, I've lost a lot, because I keep wanting to go into that point of saying losing it all, but a lot of times when we say we lose it all, you're really not losing it all. You're just taking what is a big loss, or what you perceive as a big loss, which we're getting into the spiritual aspect and law of attraction and destiny, but which I don't want to venture too far in there. But I'm saying that to say that we perceive this, and really God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is just shifting our paradigm and hoping that we will be grateful, or it enables us at the end of the day to be grateful for what it is that we do have, or what we've been forsaking or taking for granted. And it allows us to connect or rebuild or go back to that center, which is basically where we should be at in the beginning, is being in our center, being in our heart space, being able to connect, being able to have empathy for the next person. And that may be some empathy that you haven't had before, or you just were unable to see it because of the position that you were in. This, like, when you're at that point, let's say, for example, like you were working in a position, a high-level position, or what you perceive as a high-level position, and you're making a lot of money, you're living a great lifestyle, and then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, you get fired, you lose it, you get injured, you get sick, and you're no longer able to work in that capacity anymore. So you in essence have to start from scratch. And for a lot of people, they can't take it. A lot of people end up taking their lives. They go into depression. They abuse drugs at this point, and all it does is make it worse. And sometimes with this gift of humility, or as I like to call it sometimes for those who fall into despair, is like kind of like the most awesome gift that you can get, because that returns you to, or not even returns you, it just completely shifts the paradigm, where people do become better people. You know, those who are strong and are able to overcome this, they become better people. They become more spiritual. They become more connected to God. They become more connected with the universe. They can become more connected with themselves. You know, they get out of the ego mind state, for those who have been living in their ego, and they're living more at this point in their heart space. You know, with sympathy, compassion, empathy, just being able to connect on that level and realize that this position that you are in life is just a matter of you focusing on what it is that you really want, what it is that matters at this point. And you really do realize what it is that matters and who matters, because some people are going to disappear at this point in your life. You'll see people treat you in a certain manner based off of what you do have or where you are. And that's when you know it's kind of like cleaning house at the end of the day. is cleaning house and realizing what it is, actually what it is to be a human being at this point. But for those of you who don't recognize these things and you continue to abuse what it is that you have, or what you perceive that you have, or abuse relationships, or abuse, just being a user, just taking advantage of people, you're going to remain, and I've said this before, you're going to remain in these cycles. A lot of us, including myself, unless you change these things, you're going to remain in those cycles. And whether it be karma, divine legislation, whatever you want to call it, it's going to continue to pay that visit or keep you in that same position. And until you realize that this gift of you being humble and having respect, even self-respect and respect for the next person, that's how you're going to spend the rest of your days. A lot of people really won't realize the gift of humility until they face death. At that point, and a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, it's pretty much it's too late at that point for you to want to humble yourself once you glimpse death, or once you are facing death. At that point, it's too late to return, or to be like, I wish I could have done this, I wish I could have done that. This is the essence of being a human being, is just having compassion. Having compassion and understanding that you aren't better than anyone else, and you should treat everyone the same. You should be treating everyone the same. This gift, like, it's gratitude. This connects with gratitude. This gift leads to gratitude, which obviously what we attract in our life, what we perceive to be good things, is a lot of times due to gratitude, and that's one of the biggest things with this law of attraction, even with God Almighty, is gratitude. Starting your day off and closing your day with gratitude. Even the people you encounter, those who don't treat you well, those who treat you like crap, you express peace be unto them, as I always say, and gratitude. Because you might be able to change them, or you might not. But this is something that a lot of us as human beings, we go back and forth between that devil on our shoulder and that angel, so to speak, as far as the decisions that we make. That when people don't get us out of character. We allow ourselves to get out of character based upon reacting to what it is that they're doing to us. But anyone who treats you in a way, a condescending way, a manner that they are better than you or above you, they obviously, that gift of humility hasn't touched them in the right way. It could be so many things: sickness, loss of wealth, loss of health. These are all tests in life that happen, that come about, that are visited upon us. And a lot of times your money will be of no benefit, even, especially with matters of health and children, depending on what the issue is. Your money is of no benefit, and definitely when it comes time for death, your money will be of no benefit. But I'm just saying that to say, this is not so much a video about gratitude. This is just a video about this issue that I'm speaking of, and that we don't think so much about, is this humility. Humility in what is perceived as beauty. If you getting compliments from people, all of this stuff is going to fade away. It's not going to be there forever. And usually that's when some people are humbled. When you're no longer the hot commodity, you're no longer the hot person that someone's checking for. So with that being said, I encourage all of you guys, starting with myself, to reflect upon this. And are we truly using this gift? Are we appreciating this gift? And if you haven't, and these things are coming upon you, recognize it, because you might be in the cycle that I described, this karmic cycle. So, with that being said, I appreciate you guys tuning in as usual. If you feel like this video has been a benefit, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. You know, share it if you feel it could be a benefit to someone else. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit the bell. That way you receive all the notifications for all my future videos. Look forward to seeing you guys in my live streams that's coming up. The quickest way to get in contact with me is my email in the description below. If you guys want to book a one-on-one coaching or counseling session on any issue that you may be having, I'm here for you guys. Obviously, website as usual will be up hopefully within the next 2 days. You know, so make sure you check for that in the description. jrosswriting.com for all my other items, merchandise, t-shirts. Add me on social media. The links is in the description, and my blog on there as well. So with that being said, peace be upon you all, and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. And remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. And I will catch you guys on the next video. I'm out.